Goddy good Ian, and welcome to Unseen Shakespeare at Longfield Hall. Prithee, grab your ale and sack, that's Elizabethan for wine, and sit you down for this night's merriments. Abandon not this stream should the magic fail us. We shall remedy the mishap and return anon. There will be no pause to make water, so hold it in or take us with you. Charge your glasses to their fullest while time favours you still. We cannot survey your countenance during the abridgment, so feel free to capture our image as we discharge our parts. Convey these portraits to kith and kin through all the magic of your devices. Now, cleanse thy hands, get thee apart by a yard, for now 'tis time to delight in the bard.
Laura, what are you wearing? I came as you. I've got a jacket on and everything. Oh. Can you hear Laura? Because I can't hear Laura. Laura?
Oh, hello. Sorry. I muted.
There we are. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Yeah.
So you came dressed as me, I came dressed as you. That gag worked, didn't it? Great start. So hi everyone. I'm obviously Laura.
And I'm Nicky.
And we are your presenters and tormentors for tonight.
Welcome to Unseen. You can tell that we're in charge because we have the book. We are the keepers of the book and we're wearing hats. So
that's true. And here we are, streaming live from our homes to yours for our last ever Unseen online Shakespeare show.
Tonight we'll be lifting your spirits by torturing actors for fun. Sort of a bit like a Victorian freak show, except everyone is unnaturally beautiful, including us. And we're going to be poking them with metaphorical sticks. 2 meter long metaphorical sticks.
Well, I personally cannot wait. But first, let's give you a tour of our venue for tonight. So whether you're streaming on Facebook or YouTube, you can leave a comment. Like lovely Madeline has said that it's going to be fun. Yes, with all the technical disasters so far. Hopefully it will get better. Ooh, and my hat's falling off. At least my ruff is upright.
Yeah, it looks beautiful. You'll notice there's this lovely ticker tape across the bottom here. So if you do feel like making a donation, you can via PayPal, and the PayPal link is in the live event post description.
Yes, and all donations received tonight will support Longfield Hall and our performances, this performance and those going forward.
If you're enjoying us so far, don't forget to message all your friends and tell them, get them online now.
Yeah, take photos, screenshot, take out your old cameras, see how that works, and send them to Longfield Hall. We're at Longfield Hall on pretty much all the social media, and do a hashtag of Unseen. There you are, there's the website, and look, it's Thursday the 30th of July, and it's not 7:30. Better get a move on.
Well, that concludes our tour, so on with the show. I'm sure you're all dying to find out what it's all about.
I'm sure they are. I mean, I'm dying. So what will happen is this. Actors will pop up on your screen. Like me, they have no idea what's happening. They have never rehearsed before. They don't really know what the plays they're in are, most of them. They also, they don't know who they're performing with, and they only have their immediate cues and their lines, all with the added bonus of it all being live online.
That's right. Anything could happen. So let's meet our cast, and we'll give you a little demonstration. We are missing a couple of people because we could only let 10 people onto this chat. So some people will be a total surprise to you. But first we have Jo.
Hi.
There she is.
Hi.
Vicky. We've got Vicky on.
Hello.
There she is. Pete. Is Pete coming? Here he is. Ah, there he is.
There he is.
Charlotte. And lovely. I'm Darrel.
Hey!
There he is. Look at that. Now, when you're acting with each other, what we really want is for you to engage with each other on screen. So we're going to do a little demonstration. So I will go first. Since Adam couldn't be with us, he was supposed to go first. So, Adam, that's me. Nicky, I'm going to look at Joe. Here I am. And Joe can just do the natural thing, which is to look back. There she is.
Hi, babes.
Look at that. Hi. So, perfect. Joe, can you point at Charlotte?
There she
Very
is.
nice. Charlotte, can you Darrel a little wave? Oh, no. Darrel's the other way. There you go. Darrel, can you give Vicky a high five over the top of all of us? Oh.
There's
This is amazing. This is exactly
the opposite way.
I think there's going to be a problem here.
So, right and left, that way.
It's best if we don't try and explain why Vicky might be in the bath either. So
I
Vicky,
think up and down is done the same.
Vicky, give Pete a shimmy, little shimmy. There you go. That was a nice, easy one. And Pete, give me a salute. There we go. Look at that. Very nice. Now off you go. That's all the rehearsal you get. Bye. Bye. And here are our next 6. We have Danielle.
Hello.
There she is. Nathaniel.
Hello.
Grace. Hello. Lovely. Scott.
Hello.
Very nice. That background looks really similar to Pete's.
Yeah.
And Tom, who's here.
Oh.
Hello.
Right. So, Tom, give Nathaniel a cheeky wink. Nathaniel, tip your imaginary hat to Danielle. Danielle, give Scott a poke in the ribs. Oh, he's good. And Grace, stick your tongue out at Nathaniel.
Oh,
And finally, Nathaniel, give Tom the round of applause that he deserves. Well, I think that's all the rehearsal we need. Bye.
Great.
Thank you for that very long bye.
It takes me a while to take them all out. I must let the audience know that I am also controlling this, so
Yes,
bear with me.
you're also controlling this and doing a fantastic job so far. So, believe it or not, everybody at home, there is some structure to this evening.
Yes. I don't know if you know this, Nicky, but all the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts. His acts being 7 ages.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah, at first, the infant, mewling and puking in the nurse's arms.
And then the whining schoolboy with his satchel and shining morning face creeping like snail unwillingly to school.
And then the lover, sighing like furnace, with a woeful ballad made to his mistress's eyebrow.
Then the soldier, full of strange oaths and bearded like the pard.
Jealous in honour, sudden and quick in quarrel, seeking the bubble reputation.
Even in the cannon's mouth.
And then the justice, in fair round belly, with good cap and lined, with eyes severe and beard of formal cut, full of wise saws and modern instances.
And so he plays his part, hopefully.
The sixth age shifts into the lean and slippered pantaloon, with spectacles on nose and pouch on side.
His youthful hose well saved, a world too wide for his shrunk shank.
And in his big manly voice, turning again towards childish treble, pipes and whistles in its sound.
Last scene of all,
That ends this strange, eventful history.
his second childishness and mere oblivion.
Son's teeth,
Son's eyes,
son's taste.
Son's everything.
Nurse, where's my daughter? Call her forth to me.
Now, by my maidenhead at 12-year-old, I bade her come. What, lamb? What, ladybird? God forbid, where is this girl? What, Juliet?
How now? Who calls?
Your mother.
Madame, I'm here. What is your will?
This is the matter. Nurse, give leave a while. We must talk in secret. Nurse, come back again. I have remembered me. Thou'st hear our counsel. Thou'st know my daughter is of a pretty age.
Faith, I can tell her age unto the hour.
She's not 14.
I will lay 14 of my teeth, and yet to my teeth be it spoken, I have but 4. She is not yet 14. How long is it now till Lammas tide?
A fortnight and odd days.
Oh, even or odd, of all the days of the year, come Lammas Eve at night, shall she be 14. Susan and she, God rest all Christian souls, were of an age. Well, Susan is with God. She was too good for me, but as I said, come Lammas Eve at night, shall she be 14. Oh, that shall she. Marry, I remember it well. 'Tis since the earthquake now 11 years, and she was weaned. I shall never forget it, of all the days of the year, for upon that day I had then laid wormwood to my dug. Oh, since that time it is 11 years. For then she could stand alone. Nay, by the rood, she could have run and waddled about. For even the day before, my husband, oh, God be with his soul, who was a merry man, took up the child. Yea, quoth he, dost thou fall upon thy face? Thou wilt fall backwards when thou hast more wit, wilt thou not, Jewel? And by my holly dame, the pretty wretch left crying and said, I. To see now how that jest should come about. I warrant I should live 1,000 years. I shall never forget it. Wilt thou not, Jewel? Quoth he. And the pretty fool stinted and said, I.
Enough of this, I pray you. Hold thy peace.
Oh, peace I have done. God mark thee to his grace. Oh, thou were the prettiest babe that I e'er nursed. And to think I should see thee married once. Have my wish.
Marry. That marry is the very theme we came to talk of. Tell me, daughter Juliet, how stands your disposition to be married?
It is an honour that I dream not of.
An honour? Were not I thy only nurse, I would say thou hadst sucked wisdom from thy teat.
Well, think of marriage now. Younger than you, here in Verona's ladies of self-esteem are already made mothers. By my count, I was your mother much upon these years that you are now a maid. Thus then, in brief, the valiant Paris seeks you for his love. He seeks you for his love.
A man, young lady. Lady, such a man. Oh, I was so overwhelmed by his beauty. Why, he is a man of wax.
Verona's summer have not such a flower.
A flower, nay, in faith, he is a very flower.
What say you? Can you like of Paris's love? Can you share all that he doth possess by having him make yourself no less?
No less, nay, bigger. Women grow by men.
Speak briefly. Can you love this gentleman?
I looked like if looking like a move, but no more deep will I indulge my eye than your consent gives strength to make it fly.
Reverting! The guests are come. Supper served up. You called. My young lady asked for. The nurse cursed in the pantry, and everything in extremity. It's me. I must hence to wait. I beseech you, follow straight.
We will follow thee.
Go, girl, seek happy nights to happy days.
My honoured lord.
My most dear lord. My excellent good friends. Guildenstern. Rosencrantz. Good lads, how do you both? As the indifferent children of the earth.
Happy, in that we're not over happy. On Fortune's cap, we are not the very button.
Nor the soles of her shoe?
Neither, my lord.
Then you live about her waist or in the middle of her favours?
Faith, her privates we.
What, in the secret parts of Fortune? Oh, most true, she is a strumpet. What's the news?
None, my lord, but that the world's grown honest.
Oh, then is doomsday near? But your news is not true. Let me question more in particular. What have you, my good friends, deserved at the hands of Fortune that she sends you to prison thither?
Prison? My lord?
Yeah, Denmark's a prison.
We think not so, my lord.
I mean, I do, so...
well, the world's one, then.
Well, a goodly one in which there are many confines, wards and dungeons, Denmark being one of the worst.
We think not so, my lord.
Well, why then 'tis none to you? For there is nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so. To me it is a prison.
Well, then your ambition makes it so. 'Tis too narrow for your mind.
Oh God, I could be bounded in a nutshell and count myself the king of infinite space. Were it not that I had bad dreams.
Which dreams indeed are ambition, for the very substance of the ambition is merely the shadow of a dream.
Yeah, a dream itself is but a shadow.
Aye, truly, and I hold ambition of so light an area quality that it is but a shadow.
But then are our beggars' bodies and our monarchs and our outstretched heroes the beggars' shadows. Shall we to court, for by my fay I cannot reason.
We'll wait upon you.
Oh, no such matter. I will not sort you the rest of my servants, for to speak to you like an honest man, I am most dreadfully attended. But in the beaten way of friendship, what make you at Elsinore?
To visit you, my lord, no other reason.
Well, beggar that I am poor even in thanks. And sure, but I thank you, and sure, my dear friends, my thanks are too dear a halfpenny. But were you not sent for? Is it your own inclination? Is it a free visitation? Come, deal justly with me. Come, they speak.
What should we say, my lord?
Why, anything but to the purpose. You were sent for. For there is a kind of confession in your looks that your modesties have not craft enough to colour. I know that the good king and queen have sent for you.
To what end, my lord?
Well, that you must teach me. But let me conjure you by the rights of our fellowship, by the constancy of our youth, by the obligation of our ever-preserved love, and what more dear a better proposer could charge you withal. Be even and direct with me whether you were sent for or no.
What say you?
Oh. Nay, then I have an eye of you. If you love me, hold not off.
My lord, we were sent for.
So shall my anticipation prevent your discovery, and your secrecy to the king and queen molt no feather. I have, of late, and wherefore I know not, lost my mirth, forgone all custom of exercises, and indeed it goes so heavily with my disposition that this goodly frame, the earth, seems to be but a sterile promontory, and this excellent canopy, the air, look ye, this brave hanging firmament, this majestical roof fretted with golden fire, why it appears no other thing to me but a foul and pestilent congregation of vapours. What a piece of work is a man! How noble in reason, how infinite in faculty, how in form and moving, how express and admirable in action, how like an angel, in apprehension, how like a god. And yet, to me, what is this quintessence of dust? Man delights not me. No, nor woman neither, though by your smiling, you seem to say so.
My lord, there was no such stuff in my thoughts.
Why did you laugh then when I said man delights not me?
To think, my lord, what Lenten entertainment the players shall receive from you. We courted them on the way. Hither are they come to offer you service.
He that plays the king shall be welcome. His majesty shall have tribute of me. The adventurous knight shall use his foil and target. The lover shall not sigh gratis. The humorous man shall not end his part in peace. The clown shall make those laugh whose lungs are tickled o'er the seer. And the lady shall say her mind freely, or the blank verse shall halt for it.
Oh, I think these are the players.
Wow. Gentlemen, you are welcome to Elsinore. Your hands. Come then. The appurtenance of welcome is fashion and ceremony. Let me comply with you in this garb. Lest my extent to the players, which I tell you must show fairly outward, should more appear like entertainment than yours. You are welcome, but my uncle, father, and aunt, mother, are deceived.
In what, my dear lord?
I am but mad north by northwest. When the wind is southerly, I know a hawk from a handsaw. I can literally see you.
Let him approach. Come, give me my veil, throw it o'er my face. Will once more hear Orsenio's embassy.
The honourable lady of the house, which is she?
Speak to me, I shall answer for her.
Most
Your
radiant,
will?
exquisite, and unmatchable beauty. I pray you tell me if this be the lady of the house, for I never saw her. I would be loath to cast away my speech, for besides that it is excellently recommended, I have taken great pains to con it. Good beauties, let me sustain no scorn. I am very comfortable, even to the least sinister usage.
Whence came you, sir?
I can say little more than I have studied, and that question's out of my part. Are you the lady of the house?
If you do not usurp myself, I am.
Most certain, if you do usurp yourself, you are she, for what is yours to bestow is not yours to reserve. But this is from my commission. I will on with my speech in your praise, and then show you the heart of my message.
Come to what is important in't, I forgive you the praise.
Alas, I took great pains to study it, and 'tis poetical.
It is more likely to be fine, I pray you keep it in. I heard you were saucy at my gates. I allowed your approach rather to gaze at you than to hear you. If you be not mad, be gone. If you have reason, be brief. 'Tis not the time of moon with me to make one in so skipping a dialogue.
Will you... Is that me? Will you hoist sail, sir? Here lies your way.
No, good swabber, I am to hull here a little longer. Tell me your mind. Well, I am a messenger.
Sure, you have some you have some hideous matter to deliver when the courtesy of it is so fearful. Speak your office.
It alone concerns your ear. I bring no taxation of war, no overture of homage. I hold the olive in my hand. My words are as full of peace as matter.
Yet you began rudely. What
the rudeness that hath appeared in me have I learnt from my entertainment. What I am and what I would are as secret as maidenhead. To your ears, divinity, to any other's profanation.
Give us the place alone. We shall hear this divinity. Now, sir, what is your text?
Most sweet lady.
Oh, a comfortable doctrine, and yet much to be said of it. Where lies your text?
In Orsino's bosom.
In his bosom? In what chapter of his bosom?
To answer by the method in the first of his heart.
Oh, I have read it. It is heresy. Have you no more to say?
Good madam, let me see your face.
Have you any commissions from your lord to negotiate with my face? You are now out of your text, but we will draw the curtain and show you the picture. Look at you, sir. Such a one I was is present. 'Tis not well done?
Excellently done. If God did all.
'Tis ingrained, sir, to endure wind and weather.
'Tis beauty truly blent. Lady, you are the cruelest she alive if you will lead these graces to the grave and leave the world no copy.
Oh, sir, I will not be so hard-hearted. I will give out divers schedules of my beauty. It shall be inventoried, and every particle and utensil labelled to my will. As item, tulips, indifferent, red. Item, 2 great eyes, with lids to them. Item, 1 neck, 1 chin, and so forth. Were you sent hither to praise me?
I see you what you are. You are too proud. But if you were the devil, you are fair. My lord and master loves you. Oh, such love could be but recompense, though you were crowned the non-pariah of beauty.
How does he love me?
With adorations, fertile tears, with groans that thunder love, with sighs of fire.
Your lord does know my mind. I cannot love him. Yet I suppose him virtuous, I know him noble, of great estate, of fresh and stainless youth, in voices well divulged, free, learned, and valiant, and in dimension, in the shape of nature, a gracious person. Yet I cannot love him. You might have took his answer long ago.
If I did love you in my master's flame, with such a deadly, such a suffering life, in your denial I would find no sense. I would not understand it.
Why? What would you?
Make me a willow cabin at your gate, and call upon my soul within the house. Write loyal cantons of contemned love, and sing them loud, even in the dead of night. Halloo your name to the reverberate hills, and make the babbling gossip of the air cry out, Olivia. Oh, you should not rest between the elements of air and earth, but you should pity me.
You might do much. What is your parentage?
Above my fortunes, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman.
Get you to your lord. I cannot love him. Let him send no more, unless, perchance, you come to me again to tell me how he takes it. Fare you well. I thank you for your pains. Spend this for me.
I am no feed post, lady. Keep your purse. My master, not myself, lacks recompense. Love make his heart of flint, that you shall love, and let your fervour like my master's be, placed in contempt. Farewell, fair cruelty.
What is your parentage? Above my fortunes, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman. Oh, I'll be sworn thou art. Thy tongue, thy face, thy limbs, actions and spirit do give thee 5 whole blazon, not too fast. Soft, soft. Unless the master were a man, how now, even so quickly, can one catch the plague? Methinks I feel this youth's perfection with an invisible and subtle stealth to creep in at mine eyes. Oh, well, let it be. What ho, Malvolio?
Where hast thou been,
Yeah.
sister?
Killing swine.
Sister, where thou?
A sailor's wife had chestnuts in her lap, and munched and munched and munched. Give me, quoth I. Aroint thee, witch, the rump-fed runyon cries. Her husband's to Aleppo gone, master of the tiger. But in a sieve, I'll thither sail, and like a rat without a tail, I'll do, and I'll do.
I'll give thee a wind.
Thou art kind.
And I another.
I myself have all the other, and the very ports they blow, all the quarters that they know is the shipman's card. I will drain him, dry as hay. Sleep shall neither night nor day hang upon his penthouse lid. He shall live, a man forbid. Weary, sere nights, 9 times 9, he shall dwindle, peak and pine, though his bark cannot be lost. Yet he shall be tempest tossed. Look what I have.
Oh, let me see. Show me. Show me.
Here I have Here I have a pilot's thumb. Rest and homeward he did come.
A drum, Macbeth doth come.
The weird sisters hand in hand.
Posters of the sea and land.
Thrice to thine, and thrice to mine, and thrice again to make up 9.
Peace! The charms wound up.
So foul and fair a day I have not seen.
How far is this call to fours? What are these? So withered and so wild in their attire that look like the inhabitants of the earth and not like the inhabitants of the earth, and yet are on it. Live you? Or are you aught that man may question? You seem to understand me by each at once her chappy finger laying upon her skinny lips. You should be women, and yet your beards forbid me to interpret that you are so.
Speak if you can. What are you?
All hail Macbeth! Hail to thee, Thane of Glamis!
All hail Macbeth! Hail to thee, Thane of Cawdor!
All hail Macbeth, that shall be king hereafter.
So, why do you start and seem to fear things that do sound so fair? In the name of truth, are ye fantastical, or that indeed which outwardly ye show? My noble partner you greet with present grace, and great prediction of noble having and of royal hope. To me, you speak not. If you can, look into the seeds of time, and say which seed will grow and which will not. Speak then to me, who neither beg nor fear your favours, nor your hate.
Hail!
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 Lesser than Macbeth and greater.
Not so happy, yet happier.
Thou shalt get kings, though thou be none. So all hail Macbeth and Banquo.
Oh, the earth
Into the air, and what seemed corporal melted as breath into the wind. And would they have stayed?
Were such things here as we do speak online about? Or have we eaten on the insane route that takes the reason prisoner?
Your children shall be kings,
You shall be king.
and Thane of Cawdor too, when is not so.
To the self-same tune and words. Who's here?
Now, Hal! What time of the day is it, lad?
Thou art so fat-witted with drinking of old sack, and unbuttoning thee after supper, and sleeping upon benches afternoon, that thou hast forgotten to demand that truly which thou wouldst truly know. What the devil hast thou to do with the time of the day?
Indeed.
Hours
You
were
come near me
clocks.
now, for we that take purses go by the moon and the 7 stars, and not by Phoebus, he that wandering night so fair. And I prithee, sweet wag, when thou art king, as God save thy grace, majesty I should say for grace, thou wilt have none.
What, none?
No, not so much as will serve to be prologue to an egg and butter.
Well, how then? Come, roundly, roundly.
Marry then, sweet wag, when thou art king, let not us that are squires of the night's body be called thieves of the day's beauty. Let us be Diana's foresters, gentlemen of the shade, minions of the moon, and let men say we be men of good government, being governed as the sea is by our noble and chaste mistress, the moon. under whose countenance we steal.
Thou sayest well, and it holds well too, for the fortune of us that are the moon's men doth ebb and flow like the sea, being governed, as the sea is, by the moon. As for proof, now, a purse of gold, most resolutely snatched on Monday night, and most dissolutely spent on Tuesday morning, got with swearing lay by, and spent with crying bring in! Now in as low an ebb as the foot of the ladder, and by, in as high a flow as the ridge of the gallows.
By the Lord, thou sayest true. And is not my hostess of the tavern a most sweet wench?
As the honey of Hibler, my old lad of the castle. And is not a buff jerkin a most sweet robe of durance?
How now, mad wag? What in thy quips and thy quiddities? What a plague have I to do with a buff jerkin?
Well, what a pox have I to do with my hostess of the tavern?
Well, thou hast called her to account many a time and often.
Did I ever call for thee to pay thy part?
No, I'll give thee thy due. Thou hast paid all there.
Oh, yea, and elsewhere, so far as my coin would stretch, and where it would not, I have used my credit.
Yea, and so used it that were it not here apparent that thou art heir apparent. But I prithee, shall there be gallows standing here in England when thou art king? Resolution thus fobbed as it is with the rusty curb of old Father Antic the law, do not thou, when thou art king, hang a thief.
No, thou shalt.
Oh, rare! Shall I? Oh, by the Lord, I'll be a brave judge. Guilty, guilty, guilty.
Thou judgest false already. I mean, thou shalt have the hanging of the thieves, and so become a rare hangman.
Well, how well. And in some sort, it jumps with my humour, as well as waiting in the court, I can tell you.
For obtaining of suits?
Yea, for obtaining of suits, whereof the hangman hath no lean wardrobe. Blood, I am as melancholy as a gibcat or a lugged bear.
Or an old lion, or a lover's lute.
Yea, or the drone of a Lincolnshire bagpipe.
What sayest thou to a hare, or the melancholy of Mordich?
Thou hast the most unsavoury similes, and art indeed the most comparative, rascaliest, sweet young prince. But how, I prithee, trouble me no more with vanity. I would to God thou and I could find a commodity of good names to be bought. An old lord of the council rated me the other day in the street about you, sir. But I marked him not. And yet he talked very wisely. But I regarded him not. And yet he talked wisely. And in the street too.
Well, thou didst well. For wisdom cries out in the streets, and no man regards it.
Oh, thou hast the most damnable iteration, and art indeed able to corrupt a saint. Thou hast done much harm upon me, how God forgive thee for it. Before I knew thee, I knew nothing, and now am I little better, if a man should speak true, than one of the wicked. I must give over this life. I will give over this life by the Lord, and I do not call me villain. I'll be damned for never a king's son in Christendom.
Where shall we take a purse tomorrow, Jack?
Zounds! Where thou wilt, lad. I'll make one, and I do not call me villain and baffle me.
I see a good amendment of life in thee. From praying to purse taking. Cheers.
Why, how? 'tis my vocation. 'Tis no sin for a man to labour in his vocation. Oi! Cheers.
Are you good men and true?
Yea, or else it were pity that they should suffer salvation, body and soul.
Nay, that were a punishment too good for them. If they have any allegiance in them, being chosen for the prince's watch.
Well, give them their charge, neighbour Dogberry.
Who think you the most desertless man to be, Constable?
Hugh Oatcake, sir, or George Seacole, for they can write and read.
Oh, come hither, neighbour Seacole. God hath blessed you with a good name. Seacole? Ah, Seacole. To be a well-favoured man is the gift of fortune, but to write and read comes by nature.
Both which, Master Constable?
You have. I knew it would be your answer. Well, for your favour, sir, why, give God thanks and make no boast of it. For your writing and reading, let that appear when there is no need for such vanity. You are thought here to be the most senseless and fit man for Constable of the Watch. Therefore, bear you the lantern. This is your charge. You shall comprehend all vagrom men. You shall bid any man stay in the prince's name.
How, if he will not stay?
Why then, take no note of him, but let him go. Then, presently, call the rest of the watch together, and thank God you're rid of a knave.
If he will not stand when he is bidden, he is none of the prince's subjects.
True. And they are to meddle with none but the prince's subjects. You shall also make no noise in the streets, for the watch to babble and talk is most tolerable and not to be endured.
We will rather sleep than talk. We know what belongs to a watch.
Why, you sound like a most ancient and quiet watchman. For I cannot see how sleeping should offend. Only have a care that your bills be not stolen. Well, you will call at all the alehouses and bid those that are drunk get them to bed.
How, if they will not?
Why then, let them alone till they are sober. If they make you not then the better answer, you may say they are not the men you took them for.
Well, sir,
yes, if you meet a thief, you may suspect him by virtue of your office to be no true man. Such a kind of men, the less you meddle or make with them, why, the more is for your honesty.
If we know him to be a thief, should we not lay hands on him?
Truly by your office you may, but I think they that touch pitch will be defiled. The most peaceable way for you, if you do take a thief, is to let him show himself what he is and steal out of your company.
You have been always called a merciful man, partner.
Truly. And yeah, I wouldn't hang a dog by my will. Most of all, a man who hath any honesty in him.
If you hear a child cry in the night, you must call to the nurse and bid her still it.
Well, how if the nurse be asleep and will not hear us?
Oh, why then, depart in peace, and let the child wake her with crying. For the ewe that will not hear her lamb when it bars shall never answer a calf when he bleats.
'Tis very true.
This is the end of your charge. Now, you, constable, are to present the prince's own person. If you meet the prince in the night, you may stay him.
Nay, by Our Lady, that I think I cannot.
5 shillings to 1 on it. With any man that knows the statutes, he may stay him. Marry, not without the prince be willing, for their watch ought to offend no man, and it is an offence to stay a man against his will.
By Our Lady, I think it be so.
Well, masters, good night. If any manner of weight chances, call up me. Keep each other's counsels and your own, and good night. Come, neighbour.
Well, masters, we hear our charge. Let us go sit here upon the church bench until 2, and then all to bed.
One word more, good neighbours, honest neighbours. I pray you, watch about Signor Lenato's door. The wedding being there tomorrow, there is great coil tonight. Adieu, be vigilant, I beseech you.
How does my royal lord? How fares your majesty?
You do me wrong to take me out of the grave. Thou art a soul in bliss, but I am bound upon a wheel of fire, that mine own tears do scald like molten lead.
Sir, do you know me?
You are a spirit. I know. When did you die?
Still, far wide.
He's scarce awake. Let him alone a while.
Where have I been? Where am I? Fair daylight. I am mightily abused. I should e'en die with pity to see another thus. I know not what to say. I will not swear these are my hands. Let's see. I feel this pinprick. Would I were assured of my condition.
Oh, look upon me, sir, and hold your hands in benediction o'er me. No, sir, you must not kneel.
Pray do not mock me. I am a very foolish, fond old man. 80 and upwards, not an hour more nor less. And to deal plainly, I fear I am not in my perfect mind. He thinks I should know you, and know this man. Yet I am doubtful, for I am mainly ignorant what place this is. and all the skill I have remembers not these garments. Nor I know not where I did lodge last night. Do not laugh at me, for as I am a man, I think this lady to be my child, Cordelia.
And so I am.
Be your tears wet? Yes, Faith, I pray weep not. If you have poison for me, I will drink it. I know you do not love me, for your sisters have, as I do remember, done me wrong. You have some cause, they have not.
No cause, no cause.
Am I in France?
In your own kingdom, sir.
Do not abuse me.
Be comforted, good madam. The great rage you see is killed in him, and yet it is danger to make him even o'er the time he has lost. Desire him to go in. Let him alone a while till further settling.
Will it please your highness walk?
You must bear with me. Pray you now, forget and forgive. I am old and foolish.
Hello! You don't look stressed at all, Laura.
My ruff says it all.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Thank you so much, everyone. Well, this evening is nearly over. Any final abridgments, Laura? How shall we beguile the remaining time, if not with some delight?
Well, you know, Nicky, a play there is, some 10 words long, and which is as brief as I've ever known a play, which by 10 words, Nicky, it is too long, much like the first ever online show we did in May. And this is becoming also. There is not one word apt, one player fitted, and tragical fellow tormentor. It is. For Pyramus therein doth kill himself, which when I saw rehearsed, I must confess, made mine eyes water. It did. But not merry tears, Nicky. No. The passion of loud laughter never shed.
We will hear it, Laura, because we've got 20 minutes to kill, so...
No, Nicky.
Yeah.
No, it is not for you. There goes my hat. I have heard it over, and it is nothing in the world, unless you can find sport in their intents, extremely stretched and conned with cruel pain to do you service.
I will hear that play. For never anything can be amiss when simpleness and duty tender it. And that is how I live my life. Come on, Laura, bring them in.
Hang on, let me
and
get
you
my
at
hat.
home. All right, hang on. Her hat needs to be on. Take your places.
In this same interlude it doth befall that I, one snout by name, present a wall. And such a wall as I would have you think, that had in it a crannied hole, or chink, through which the lovers Pyramus and Thisbe did whisper often, very secretly. This loam, this rough cast, and this stone doth show that I am that same wall. The truth is so. And this, the cranny, is right and sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
Oh, yes, that's my cue. Oh, grim look night, oh night with hue so black, oh night whichever art when day is not, alack, alack, alack. And thou, oh wall, I fear my Thisby's promised is forgot, but thou, oh wall, oh sweet, oh lovely wall, that stands between her father's ground and mine, oh wall, oh sweet, oh lovely wall, show me thy chink to blink through with mine eye. Thanks, courteous wall. Jove shield thee well for this. But what see I? No, Thisby do I see. Oh, wicked wall, from whom I see no bliss. Cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me. No, in truth, sir, he should not. Oh, God, you see, deceiving me is Thisby's cue. She is to enter now, and I am to spy her through the wall. You shall see, it will fall pat as I told you. Yonder she comes.
O wall, full often hast thou heard my moans for parting my fair Pyramus and me. My lips, my cherry lips, have often kissed thy stones with lime and hair knit up in thee.
I see a voice. Now will I to the chink to spy, and I can hear my Thisby's face. Thisby!
My love thou art, my love, I think.
Think what thou wilt. I am thy lover's grace, and like Lymander am trusty still.
And I like Helen, till the fates me kill.
Oh, not Shafalus to Procreus was so true.
As Shafalus to Procreus, I to you.
Oh, he through the hole in this vile wall.
Oh, I kiss the wall's hole, not your lips at all.
Oh. Wilt thou at Ninny's tomb meet me straightway?
Tide life, tide death, I come without delay.
Thus have I, wall, my part discharged so, and being done, thus wall away doth go.
You ladies, you, whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on floor, may now perchance both quake and tremble here, when lion rough in wildest rage doth roar. Then know that I once snug the joiner am. A lion fell, nor else no lion's dam. For if I should, as lion, come in strife into this place, 'twere pity on my life.
This lantern doth the horned moon present. But he should have one of the horns on his. This lantern doth the horned moon present. Myself, the man in the moon do seem to be. Oh. Yeah. All I have to say is to tell you that this lantern is the moon. I, the man in the moon, this thorn bush, my thorn bush, and this dog, my dog.
Oh. Well, this is old Ninny's tomb. Where is my love?
Roar!
Sweet, sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams, for by thy golden, gracious, glittering gleams, I trust to take of truest Thisby's sight. Oh, but stay, oh spite, what mark, poor knight? What dreadful dole is here? Eyes, can you see? How can it be? Oh, dainty duck, oh, dear. Thy mantle, good, what, stained with blood? Approachy furies fell. Oh, fates, come, come, cut thread and thrum. Oh, wherefore, nature, didst thou lions frame? Since lion, vile hath here deflowered my dear, which is no, which was the fairest dame that lived, that liked, that looked with cheer, live, laugh, love. Confound tears, outsoared and wound, that pap of Pyramus, I that left pap where heart doth hop, thus die I, thus.
Oh.
Oh. Now am I dead. Now am I fled. My soul is in the sky. Sky. Tongue, lose thy light. Moon, take thy flight. Thus die I. Now die.
Asleep, my love? What? Dead, my dove? Oh, Pyramus, arise. Speak.
I haven't got any more lines.
Quite dumb. Dead. A tomb must cover thy sweet eyes. These my lips, this cherry nose, these yellow cowslip cheeks are gone, gone. Oh, lovers make moan. His eyes were green as leeks. Oh, sisters three, come to me. With hands as pale as milk, lay them in gore, since you have shore with shears his thread of silk. Tongue, not a word. Come, trusty sword. Come, blade. My breast and brew. Oh. Farewell, friends. Thus, Thisbe ends. Adieu. Adieu. Adieu.
Oh, no, assure you, the wall is down that parted their fathers. Would it please you to hear an epilogue or to see a Bergamas dance between two of our company?
No. No epilogue, I pray you, for your play needs no excuse. Never excuse, for when the players are all dead, there need none to be blamed. But come, your Bergamask, let your epilogue alone!
Can I go stir now and get in? Goodness. Oh, dear. I need a drink.
Well, we've got a bit more, haven't we?
We have got a bit more. Which I nearly forgot about. I nearly lost.
Yes, you were having far too much fun, weren't you?
Way too much fun. Well, that is it for tonight. We want to give everybody a massive thank you. Thank you so much to all our amazing actors. We really, really tested you. It was a lot. And thank you so much to our very special guests who played Cordelia, Juliet, and Macbeth. You were absolutely sensational. And also I'd like to say a huge, huge, huge thank you to Laura, who has operated the whole of this evening and presented it. And she's been amazing. I think you'll all agree. Amazing. And there was a lot to do, bringing pre-recorded kids in, and it was incredible.
Oh, we don't want to tell them how it's done, Nicky. I'm sure they couldn't see any struggles at all. So, sadly for you, this is the last online season. We thought we'd save the most technically challenging for the end, just so that you don't need to come back now, do you? So that's it for now. We hopefully will be back in Longfield Hall with the next show. I think. I mean, it all depends on what happens, because we want to make sure that when you do come back for a live show, we have your safety first and no Rona coming at you. That's Shakespeare, isn't it? Right. I know.
There were loads of plagues. There were loads of plagues back then. I'm sure they knew what they were doing when it came to horrible diseases.
They also had gin back then, which I'm very much looking forward to putting into the present. Right. So let's wrap it up.
Let's do that. Thank you so much to everyone who watched at home and all of our wonderful actors, which I know I've already said, but if you would like to thank them, please do make a little donation on the description and on the Longfield Hall website. That stuff is important. Look at that. We did it.
We did it.
We did
Not
it.
quite. We've still got a bit more to go. Let's chop chop.
Well,
so, it was my line
you
first. I was doing banners. Anyway, so, I mean, I'm sure we have, but if we shadows have offended, think but this, then all is mended.
That you have but slumbered here while these visions did appear.
And this very week, an idle theme, no more yielding, but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend.
If you pardon, we will mend.
And as I am, can't hear anything, an honest puck, if we have unearned luck and get the COVID, now to escape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long.
Else the puck a liar call. So good night, and to you all. Give me your hands if we be friends.
And Robin shall restore amends.
Bye.